Danganronpa.
Hello. I have been live for 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Long enough, maybe, for this stream to pop up in your notifications and for you to think, hey, I want to see that guy play that game where the kids kill each other. In which case, maybe you're already here, out in Chatland, and I don't know if anyone's actually confirmed watching the VODs for these. But if anyone is, hello, how is it in the future? Are things better? Tell me they get better. We got some people here, Crexon's here, Stum's here. Hello, welcome. Who says there's gonna be killing? I say there's gonna be killing. That's right. I'm gonna do what I can to do the first murder and get off this island. So a recap maybe. It's typically how I open these up. I don't know how useful it is. I feel like anyone who's already here was here for most of last time, but we go to the school, the same setup. We're a guy who's happy to go to the Hope's Peak Academy, and we get there, and we pass out. There's a weird door in our mind that we walk into, which I haven't really wrapped my head around, nor have I wrapped my head around how this bear was able to magically transport us out of the classroom and onto an island for a field trip. A different bear, a happy bear, named Usami, who wanted us to live a good life and get all the hope fragments so that something good could happen. And then Monokuma shows up and says, no, you're doing it wrong. This is boring. I'm gonna take over. Smashes her to pieces and says, y'all gotta kill each other. Sets up the killing game. It's on an island. It's a retreat resort. There is an airport, though the planes do not have engines. There is a grocery store with the largest Coca-Cola bottles you've ever seen. There's a ranch. There is a beach. There's a park. I think maybe that's all we have open to us at the moment. A bunch of other islands with other stuff. 4 mechano god beasts watch over the 4 corners of the island who will kill us. I assume if we do something bad, I don't know. They seem like trouble. He definitely executed Usami pretty good with a dragon with machine gun hands. So there's a lot of incentive not to break the rules, I guess. We met a lot of characters. I like, across the board, I like these characters better than the ones in the first game already. So that's pretty strong. So, everyone was forced to play the killing game. And then that's the end of the prologue. So we pick it right up immediately after. You're in the hotel at nighttime, chapter 1. As I raised my head from the e-handbook with a heavy sigh, I saw the dark courtyard of the hotel. I sat on a bench, paralyzed with thought. Is he really going to make us do this? There was no way I could believe that this was now my reality. Even so, this was undeniably real. No matter how much I didn't want to believe it, the moment I experienced and felt it for myself, it became undeniably real. Hey, Tifa and Xuno, by the way. Ahem. This is a reality that could not be more different from my usual daily life. School, studying, exams, job hunting, going for walks, going to school, riding the train, lectures. Job hunting? How old is this kid? How common is it for Japanese high schoolers to get a part-time job? Right? I feel like that's a little bit more common. You know, like not weird or out of the question for a kid who's like 16 to 18 to be doing that. But I feel like it's pretty rare that I mean, most of my perception of Japanese culture comes from anime, so I need to be clear here. But there's very few characters I've seen that are like, it's usually like if they're working in high school, it's like, oh, they're saddled with family debt and they're so responsible and they're so amazing for being able to do school and a job. My kind of daily life is no longer mine, though. Not anymore. As I looked up, I saw stars glimmer in the night, covering the sky like a sheet. They looked as if they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. For the first time since I arrived at this island, instead of the night sky I'd grown accustomed to, I saw a night sky that was far too beautiful. As I stared blankly into that night sky, I suddenly imagined those words in my mind. The student who murders their classmate will be able to leave this island. When we were forced to hear those words, we just stood there silently. Nobody said a word, and eventually, everyone scattered and vanished. And it led straight on to the first night, a night so beautiful it enchanted me. And yet my heart was horribly upset. That kind of beauty was definitely far different than my usual daily life. I've never heard chapter abbreviated to chapt. Chapt 1. I'm guessing it fit nicely as 5 characters in Japanese, and like they didn't want to change their big grid layout or anything, so they just chapped.
Ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make.
Oh. It's the H-Pastech.
It is now 10 p.m. Nighttime can be confusing. If you're out at night and accidentally meet a killer, then it sucks to be you. But if you're worried about that and can't sleep, I've prepared a cottage on the hotel grounds for each of you. Every single one of you, please feel free to rest in your own rooms. However, before you go to bed, I strongly recommend you lock your doors. You never know who might be planning to kill you. Bye-bye.
Damn, that's ominous. A cottage, huh? What's my face? This one? More of a cabana. Oh my god. It's so nice. Damn it. As soon as I entered the cottage, I collapsed onto the bed. What the hell? As I screamed silently to myself, I buried my head in my arms. Yeah, I like that they've really established this protagonist as someone who's got some personality. Makoto would have just been stunned and laid quietly on the bed, right? Whereas this guy, like, he's angry. I didn't want to see anyone anymore. I just wanted to be alone forever. I have nobody I can trust, because even if I wanted to trust them, I don't know anything about them yet. The only person I can trust is myself. No, even I don't believe that. In truth, after I was forced to hear that dumb rule, you can't leave unless you kill someone, I realized there's a part of me that really wants to get off this island. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. And at that moment, I let out a scream. As I transformed into my alter self, the murderer. Ah! Scream erupted from my mouth. Ah, I did it again! Everyone just hears me screaming in my cabin, and they're like, it's fucking nighttime! Start banging on the... It rushed from my mouth like water from a collapsed dam. Yeah, murder the chef. No one will miss him. Why me? Why do I have to go through this? I began to lose my voice, and it faded entirely not long after. What followed was silence. No, not complete silence. I heard the faint sound of crashing waves in the distance, as if the waves were murmuring into my ears, this is no longer the world you knew. And once again, I buried my head in my arms. Why am I here? What am I doing here? I forced my eyes shut. I wasn't tired or anything, but I just wanted to sleep, if only for a short while. I wanted to put an end to it all.